back with week 45, and I will be using the Tangerine Stitched collection because it is the first week of February. And I know the first layout, you guys are going to be a bit confused because, as you know, in the previous process video, that was the week that Toddy died. So you're going to be seeing a new rabbit, and I will tell you the whole story how I got this rabbit, because after Toddy died, I did not want to get another pet, especially since in 2 months' time I was going to be going back to the States. And I didn't want to, even if I did get a pet, I didn't want to have to think about finding someone to take care of it or give it away and etc. So I already had my mindset that I didn't want another pet. But one day, I had a friend, well, technically a family friend, introduced me to him, and we became friends. And one day he just called me and he said he had something to give to me, which I thought was a bit weird because I don't see him as a very close friend. I saw him as more of an acquaintance. But I was like, okay. So I meet up with him and he says, okay, I need you to follow me. And I'm like, okay. And I had to admit, I was kind of scared because we were in an area that was, I don't know, I just had a bad vibe. And but anyways, I followed him, and the walk wasn't too long. It was just like maybe another few feet. But so he told me to wait outside of this place, and he goes inside and I'm waiting, and then he comes back and he gives me this white rabbit. And I was shocked. I was like, what is this for? Like, I was a bit happy, but yet confused and so forth. And he's like, well, I heard your rabbit died, so I felt bad, and I kind of like you, so I wanted to give this to you as an early Valentine's gift. And I'm like, really? I don't know. And he's like, if you don't take it, I'm just gonna like release it in the streets. And I'm like, you're really mean. He's like, I'm not kidding. If you don't take it, I can't think of anyone else who's gonna take it. So of course, I took not Toddy. I took Yuki. That was her name, and Yuki in Japanese means snow. So I took the white rabbit with me, and thankfully I had a cage. I still had extra food that was from Toddy. So I took care of it, and I noticed probably a week after, probably the second week of second week of February, I started noticing she had very crusty skin and she was missing a bit of hair. And it kind of scared me because I thought like she had some kind of disease. So of course I took her to a vet, and it was the same vet that looked at Toddy, and he already assumed that Toddy was dead and I got a new rabbit and so forth. And he looked at the rabbit. He didn't even like touch the rabbit. He just looked at it and he's like, oh, I already know what's wrong with this rabbit. And I'm like, oh, what's wrong with it? And he says, well, for the sake of not mentioning what school it is, but there's a certain school in the Philippines that still do animal testing with skin products or beauty products. And that's what he told me. He said once they're done with these rabbits, they give it away for free. So that's probably how your friend got it. He got it for free. And I was like, well, is she gonna die, or is she gonna... And he's like, well, at this condition, I probably give her maybe a few weeks. But I can do the best I can to to help her, but I can't promise you anything. So It was really sad, but I made sure that I at least give her a happy days, you know, till she's gone. But yeah, I'll tell you the rest of the story in probably the next. I think I have more rabbits. I mean, not rabbits. I think I have more pics of her in the next coming weeks. So, anyways, the second layout is pics of Dia, me, and Rizzy, and of course more of the med art or medical art pics that I made. So I just simply I actually on both pages, on both layouts, I pretty much kept it a bit simple. I was running out of the Stitch collection like ephemeras, so, and plus I think I was trying to save some of them for future layouts because I do have 2 more weeks that have the Amy Tan Stitch collection. So I took out the Rise and Shine epoxy stickers and the +1 collection by Amy Tan, so I can use those up instead of just hoarding those, especially the Amy Tan Rise and Shine epoxy stickers. I really love those. And I'm thinking of getting another pack from Studio Calico if they still have it. So this is a pic of me and Rizzy, and we're eating gelatos at Ayala, which was like one of the best gelatos I've ever ate. I've eaten in Italy like the OG gelatos, and those are like superior, but this has to be like the second best gelato I've ever tasted. And I don't really remember what I got, but I just know it was good. So I just wrote a little note at the bottom corner, and thankfully the +1 had a ice cream sticker, so I was really happy that I was able to use that. And then the last 2 pics will be the medical art or med art pics, and the first one is just a pic of the class. Like, these people were like, I say diagonally right of me where I was sitting, and I just liked the whole scenery of just taking a picture of them, like learning and studying and so forth. And finally I added a typewriter wood veneer. I've been wanting to use one of those for quite a while, but those things are pretty big, so it's pretty hard to use those wood veneers. So I stamped Midlife Means Learning Together, and this is a second med art photo, and this is a photo of Emery, and I just like the way she was just, you know, she's trying to focus, but I can tell she had other things on her mind. So I of course do stamp on the photo with the StazOn white, and that didn't work. You can't really see it, so then I had to switch it to the StazOn black, and I said midlife means focusing, even if, you know, you have other things on your mind. And I kind of messed up, so I had to cover that M with something. So I add these 2, I forgot what the names are called, but let's just call it arrows, because I know it's like a less than, greater than kind of thing, but I made it into like arrows. I wish I had something better to cover it with, but that's the best I can do. And that is it for that card. And on the last 6x8 is a photo of me and Dia again. And we were in the back of the class, and we were really being silly. I know it was bad of us. But sometimes you have to make your situation a bit happier, even if it's something that's, you know, stressing you out or making you feel bored. But we were taking pics, and we tried to focus, we did, but it was just one of those days, like, we didn't feel like it. I know, it's really bad. I'm sorry, guys. I shouldn't even be confessing this stuff to you guys. But anyways, I did use that, I don't know what the size of that die cut is, but I did use that "You Make Me Happy or Crazy," and I just circled the happy part and added that "every day" on the bottom underneath it, and added that strip that said the "yes, no," and just circled the yes. So when you transition it, it says, "Yes, you make me happy every day." So I really like how that came out. And I do add a wood veneer heart. I do add that wood veneer heart with the cloud at the top corner, just so it balances. But I think, because what I did was I use the distress markers. First the green, I think it's called Mowed Lawn, and then the blue, which is the peacock feather. And I didn't really like how it came out, because it seemed like it blended into the background, especially against that green strip. So I had to add another heart sticker with a different color. It was a pink one from the +1. And then I add a orange underneath that wood veneer. But first I have to, because the thing is, when you do this method of using your distress markers on wood veneer, you need to make sure you take the excess liquid out, because it will stain your page protector. So I do add those hearts from the +1 collection just to give it a little bit more color. And yeah, I think that's all I did for that bottom corner, and just added that wood veneer cloud at the top. Now, I have to forewarn you, you probably have noticed, I totally forgot, but on the first layout, I forgot to add the week, what I did with that for that week. So towards the end of the video, I mean, of course, I'll be showing you the first and second layout, but then after that, I'll show you that I make my own photo flip pocket, like those Simple Stories, like photo flips. One day I just cut out a Design D Project Life, because I was thinking of doing my own photo flips, but I never had the chance. But then I do now. So I kind of like how it comes out. And I hope next time I won't forget. But thankfully, I was able to tape the top part of the 4x6, because at least the 4x6 didn't have an opening on the top. It has the opening on the side. So as you can see, that's the photo flip I made. And I just picked 2 cards, the green card that has the hearts, and just wrote instead of typing, and then there's the black one, and I just put a word sticker from the Life Documented collection and put it on the back of that photo flip. And that is it. So it came out okay. See you guys next time. Bye.